Let's look into the film. In this video, we will be looking at Mukuamu, aka Izzy. He was scouted in college to be a safety. Coach had a different mind, a different plan of reasonings. He's 6'4", and like he said over here, moved like he's 5'10", and he's a turnover machine, and people should take a real good look at him.
227th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Israel Mukuamu, defensive back, South Carolina.
Oh, yes, sir. Just know you got the best corner coming in.
Yeah, we love that tenacity, that mindset, and a person with a chip on his shoulder. Of course, this is him, 6'4", and he liked to fly out to the ball. I like his aggressive demeanor. There are some things that he will have to work on. Nevertheless, let's look at him on the bottom of the screen here. He will blanket the receiver. Come down and feel, as we can see here, he used that big, tall frame. So let's look at him. He's at the bottom of the screen, and you will see trailing, covering. He can follow. He got good hips or what have you, and he brings that to the table. I like seeing his look face to face, lined up, got the low back right here. I like seeing that because of the fact that he's so tall and keep the opposition within the cylinder. Got his feet anchored in, feet not too far apart, as well as he's looking at the chest of the receiver here. Trail him. Bit by bit, he's there looking to jump the ball and also jump the route. Although his footwork sometimes can need some work, but he's so smooth. He's so smooth with it. And watch his aggressive demeanor. Throw him down. That's what I want to see. We want dogs. We got dogs now. Look, put him down in the dirt. That's what I want to see from my DB. I like this aggressive demeanor, being able to be physical. That goes a long way, not a short way. That goes a long way. And if we can see this time and time again, that set the tone, that set the pace, that set the tenacity marker. That set a lot of things. Now, this is him off man coverage. As we can see, he's playing everything, keeping everything in front of him, and he come down to pursuit with the run. Not the best run pursuit guy, but he's a willing tackler, and I like that ability out of him. Get out of my way. Let's go down, and let's make this tackle. That is what Mukuamu brings to the table, and he's rangy, and he got subtle speed. I like what I'm able to see out of this. Watch, shielded, faced right up in there, and was able to make the tackle. Look, he secured the cutback, and there's no cutback lane from here because look how he's facing the runner, shielded off, see his target, and make the tackle. We like seeing that because we know we need help at run support, and at 6'4" frame, he's long enough and strong enough to get the opposition down. 6'4", 212 pounds, by the way, keeping everything in front of him. And when we see this, yes, the other guy missed, but hey, Israel is right there. Izzy with the tackle. Yes, come out and make that tackle there. Israel have a great deal of knowledge of positioning of the field. And as you can see on this particular play, he's line off coverage. Off coverage, Israel is pretty good. He baits him into this, and he just takes this ball away. He got that close-in speed, and when you look at it, being able to close in on this ball, it appears that the wide receiver, he's just going to do a comeback right here, and he's facing the ball. Ball's a little high. That's no problem for Israel. He's able to grab that ball, get it out of the sky, untouched, all the way into the end zone there. How was he able to do that? Speed. How was he able to do that? Okay, if you look at the previous play, if we go all the way back to the previous play, yes, he's line off coverage. Yes, the quarterback probably said, okay, I got a chance and opportunity to go there. Let me go across the middle this time, and I will get this play again the next time around. But what Israel does such a wonderful job keeping everything in front of him, and he's able to make a play on the ball because of his cerebral approach to it. Being able to see the play before it happened and break it down, and snatches the ball away from that, and he got a great deal of closing speed. And you got to have that as a DB, putting the bait out there. Not just that he's physical, he's also able to do things that most 6'4" guys are not able to do. Move, crawl in space, as well as with fluid hips, he can get that job done. Now, the argument will be, do you keep him at free or do you play him down close? I like him more so as the actual guy that's able to play up close and press. Now, when we look at this play right here, why was this sack available? Well, when you look at the coverage from South Carolina, everybody was covered. And I love coverage sacks because that should be a good situation for the DBs, meaning that they covering everything, everybody's dropped back, and everybody is covered. As we look at here, nowhere to go with the ball. The quarterback holds onto the ball. He will jump this route. He's right up under him. He got a safety over the top help, and this Israel. Stride for stride is running with this guy, and he can undercut any of these balls that were thrown this way, and he got safety over the top for that extra cushion. That is why he's good in coverage. And if we look right here, yes, before the ball is hiked, he goes back into the zone, and he's able to clear this running lane off, clear the edge. Of course, there was blitz up the middle there, but we want solid cornerbacks who's not afraid to make the tackle or at least be a willing tackler and get in the way. And even though he's held, he's still able to seal that sideline off. He pretty much going to cover the drag route across the middle. And when we see Israel, instead of Israel Mukuamu, he's going to be Israel Mutombo because he knocked that ball away, making it difficult for the quarterback to go through his reads and making it difficult for the quarterback to pass through those passing lanes is everything. His long length get in the way, and it causes all type of disturbance. In my opinion, I like him better at that spot of being a guy that's close around the line, and a guy that's up close instead of a guy that's out in space. Here's another play, Israel right here. He will be in a coverage situation because he got positional flex. He can play cornerback as it relates to corner, and he can play the safety role as it relates to free safety. And in this particular situation, this will be another coverage sack because the South Carolina did a great job of making sure that they got all of the underneath routes covered, and they got coverage and help over the top. Because of his speed, he's able to stay above, and this guy is able to undercut the underneath, and everybody is in perfect positioning. So it causes the quarterback to hold on to that ball a little bit longer, and there you go, another coverage sack. That is pretty good. I like seeing this, and of course they got Jaycee Horn on the opposite side, so he really had nowhere to go with at that particular point to pass the ball off. I like seeing this out of the young DBs, and especially when they are able to have the quarterback to hold on to the ball a little bit longer. All right, so he got lost a little bit on this play, but he's still able to use that length to get that ball and to jump into that passing lane right here. The ball is going to go right through here, but by him being 6'4", he's able to just get his fingers a little bit on the ball to change the trajectory of the ball. We like seeing this because he's using that length. He's using that talent and that speed. He got lost on the play. That's okay. That's okay, but he's able to get there and get that ball out of the way. I like seeing that because of the fact that he's so long and you can see his range there, and that ability to cause that type of disturbance means a lot. Now, he gets flagged for this play. You can't just go through the back of the receiver, and those are some of the techniques and things that he will have to work on. You can't just go through the body. He's a little grabby in a sense on some of the routes, and that's okay. Guy playing physical, sometimes that's a trade-off. That aggression, that physical mentality, sometimes you will get burned with that. However, on the opposite side, being the wide receiver or the running back or the tight end, it creates nuances. It creates, hey, frustration. So if they can lose their concentration, that's a plus. I like physical, aggressive corners. And he's able to pick this ball off for being just that guy, even on this play here. Always close to the ball as we look at it right here. Here he is lined up face to face with this guy. We all like that lockdown position right there. And as the quarterback hike the ball, get there, stay in phase right there, get a little aggressive at the top of the route. He think he bullied him. And remember, You got 5 yards in the pro level to get aggressive. And on the college level, you got more than that. Now, all you want to do as the DB is get him off his marker, get him out of his spot. That is what I want to see. Although the receiver bumped, used all his aggressions to get him out for this marker, guess what? I got you frustrated. No pressure in the face of the quarterback. He had all of that clear pocket area there. And he just threw him off his route there, and he's able to make a play. Got his hands under the ball, and that was a turnover. We love to see this, Cowboy Nation. The ability, whether you call it luck or not, I look at it that this is from the prepared mind, focus, concentration to reach out and grab this ball. And on top of it, look at the focus and the concentration of this part. Got his feet in, reached out, and used that frame, hand under the ball. Hand under the ball. Great situation right here. Turnovers on down. Now, that is what I like to see, being able to be around the ball and making plays. And that's what we want. Playmakers, somebody that can go out there and make plays. This kid within 22 games had 7 interceptions. That is not nothing to sneeze at. And on top of that, I believe in the 2020 season, he would have had more if he had not opted out. Now, in this situation right here, yes, it was an underneath route. He's right there, sticky. I like seeing that as well. Being able to make the tackle as soon as the receiver catches the ball, meaning that I'm on you like a cheap suit. You're not going anywhere. And here's another interception. Yes, one can argue and say, well, the ball bounces off the receiver's hand, but look where he's playing at. He's in the zone coverage. He is watching the quarterback while the quarterback is going through his progressions. He sees where the quarterback is going with the ball, and he is there, right there for the INT. Ball bounces off his man's hand. If he was either going to lay him out or he was going to get this interception. So I like seeing this, especially when you're talking about a guy that's playing back in zone. We need tall guys that can be a detractor out there. Somebody that can make a play on the ball and also get the ball back to the offense. That is why a good defense is also a good help for your offense, because they give the ball back to your offense. A detractor, somebody that can be frustrating to the opposing team. And that is what we see right there. Any type of confusion, I like it, because the quarterback got to play in his mind. You got to go up against a guy that's 6'4". And he got good hip. He plays good in space, and he's pretty decent in zoning. You got to have that in your mind that you're playing against a guy with good range. He moves like a 5'10" DB. All right, so this game, he played more so at the free safety role. So we're going to be looking at Mukuamu at the free safety. Here he is right here, number 24. He spot check. I like the fact that he closed out. He didn't crash in. He made sure that he played the 2 just in case if the runner give the ball back to the quarterback. He had edge contained there, and he did a wonderful job of coming down to make the tackle. Come down, make the tackle. I like seeing that disciplined football, not being too antsy to make the tackle, but cognitive enough to know also the quarterback can also have the ball. So you got to be disciplined and run support. All right, so this is Mukuamu in the slot. They have 2 tight end sets right here. Of course, we know 84 is one of them. I believe he's on the end line, and this is the other tight end, so it's 12 personnel. He covers the tight end up the seam, and the tight end got the ball on him. Now, that's a difficult catch and a difficult throw, because the quarterback got to get the ball over the 6'4" frame. And normally the safety, he's going for the ball instead of just trying to go for the hit. And I don't blame him. You know, you want to get the ball back to your offense. And especially in this game, South Carolina was losing really bad. So they were trying to make a play on the ball. And this guy was able to moss him. Yeah, we just gonna call out every spade a spade a spade. He got mossed on that one, and his hand was right there. I like this. A try guy. Look at that hand right there. Kyle Trask could be his best throw of his career. We know that you're not gonna win every battle. Not gonna win every battle, and we want to look at him right here off of this play. He's at the safety spot again, and he makes the tackle. Come down and fill you the last line of defense right there. Mukuamu out in space. I want you guys to be the judge of that. Would you rather have Mukuamu up at the line playing cornerback, or do you like him better at free safety? In my opinion, I'm like right in the middle, but I prefer him to be at the cornerback role opposed to being at that free safety because of the fact that you got this 6'4" frame. He got pretty good, decent redirect, hip game, and all of this stuff. And I want him to use that long athleticism to make it difficult for the receiver to get off their jams and for the receivers to try to go through their release points. I want him to be that detractor. He's a little late on this play right here, but as the safety, you're the last line of defense. And of course, the name of the game is keeping everything in front of you. And although he was put in a hard situation because you don't know whether or not the ball is going to go here or there or there. So the ball went here because this guy got used right here. I believe number 7. Was that number 7? Let's see what happened off of the release. Yeah, number 7 got used on this play. He was in the zone. And this DB had to break off of his guy. And Mukuamu had to go down there to secure everything. And luckily, that DB broke off of his guy to make the tackle there. And that is what it is. You got to keep everything in front of you, and he was able to do just that. Now, this is Kyle Pitts. This is what Kyle Pitts now, this is what he do. One-on-one to the outside, Kyle Pitts versus Mukuamu. And I would say 9 times out of 10, Kyle Pitts will win. He just got so many weapons within his arsenal. And on top of that, to me, he didn't make the jab. He reached, and when you reach, what? Guess what? I'm going to teach. He reached, I'm going to teach. He backpedaled, and it was over with. Touchdown. And him and Kadarius Toney, and those two guys are crazy route running guys, and he just killed him into the inside. Now my thing is, after the play action, if Mukuamu had inside leverage as relates to this linebacker, he lost it when this guy bit for the play action. He bit on the run. Watch it. This play action draws both of the linebackers in, and he had lost his inside containment, no inside help, touchdown. Nothing he can do off of that, especially he missed the jam. And Kyle Pitts think he's slick because he's not on the line right here. This receiver is, so he's offline. So when you're offline, you really can't get that pressure that you want as far as the jam, and he's able to get him up there, and that's touchdown. So that's just how it goes from here, Cowboy Nation, when you're facing a guy that's a nuanced route runner. But I still like Mukuamu down at the line. Now, this is a poor tackling situation, and there's that man again, Kadarius Toney. His ability to stop and go, and he can wiggle, get small, and squirt through there is crazy. It's like, how many people that is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. He said 5. Y'all can't stop me. Y'all can't stop me. Look at off the release. He just killed number 10. Killed him. White. Chop, chop. Watch how he cut him up like a Ginzu knife. Chop, chop, chop.
Oh, no.
And he catches it, and he goes upfield. And you would think that 5 guys would be able to slow him down and stop him. Here's our guy, Israel Mukuamu, and nothing happens. He just splits the defense, and he scores.
Fatality.
Now, that is somebody that we have to worry about because he is a nuanced route runner. He got quick stop and go speed, and it's just nasty. Now, here's Mukuamu for Kyle Pitts. Upper seam right here, breaks free, pretty much free release, and all of that good stuff. Ball is a little late, and he's a little late. He went for the tackle instead of the interception. It was right there for him. But this kid out in space, he's a little late to the point. But I like the fact that he do keep everything in front of him. And when you see him close on the line, that's where I believe he shot. Redirect, got the strength, interception. That's where I want him at. I want him to use his length. I want him to use his agility and athleticism to redirect, push players out the way to make the interception. That's where I see his game at the most. Now, as far as the free safety, or even if you're going to put him at strong, wherever the Cowboys decide to do, it may be better for them to keep him at cornerback. Now, let me say this. Give the kid a chance and opportunity to play safety and learn, because he was scouted when he went to the South Carolina team. He went there as a safety, but coach decided to say, man, let me experiment and put him at cornerback because of his athleticism, because of his speed, because of he's able to move in and out of his transitions pretty well, and because of the fact that they saw that he's not just this typical 6'4" guy that can't turn and get upfield. So that's why they put him at the quote-unquote cornerback role. How do you guys feel? I know this is only sample size as it relates to film, but when you look at everything, I believe that he is more disruptive and he's more of a detractor when he plays at that cornerback role, being able to redirect, being able to move players out the way, causing the players to sweat for their particular spot. They can't get to the spot for free. I like it because he's 6'4", 212. I think that you put him at cornerback and you will see more rates of returns from him. Now, I do know that the Cowboys got Trayvon Diggs as well as Boss Man Fat, and of course Jordan Lewis, of course Anthony Brown, and of course Reggie Robinson. All of those guys that play that cornerback role, I'm just looking at it like, man, or Nashawn Wright, you know, you can look at him at that spot. I'm thinking that, hey, let Israel compete for that defensive back cornerback role opposed for the defensive back free safety role, or safety, strong safety, wherever they decide to put this guy at. Man, I want to know your thoughts. I want to know how you all feel of it. Post your thoughts, post your concerns down below. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys.
Oh, yes, sir. Just know you got the best corner coming in.
Outstanding.